Today is World Cancer Day. And yep, we keep hearing about different screening tests and new treatments that we can do for cancer around the world. We'll be hearing about nutrition and superfoods and changing our lifestyle and meditation and pranayama and all of these things that can help with cancer. What we have to understand that all of these things has its place in early detection of cancer, the healing of cancer. But there's one thing that every human being on this planet has, and that is the power of hope. And we don't talk about hope too much. We don't believe in hope anymore. But when we look at our daily lives, we're always hoping for things. We hope that we get that promotion at work. We hope that our children will grow up the right way and be healthy. We hope that our children will get married. We hope that we'll have a beautiful home to live in. We'll have a healthy body. We're constantly hoping and wishing for things. When it comes to cancer, a disease that brings loads and loads of fear along with it. And I keep saying that fear is one of the most limiting things when it comes to the healing of cancer. People may spend millions and millions of dollars and all of their wealth in treating a cancer, flying their patients to hospitals across the world, getting top doctors, nutritionists, changing their water filters at home, building and spending money things to heal a cancer patient. And that's all great, but we don't give hope to people who have cancer. It is such a fear-induced market today that fourth stage means end of life. Fourth stage means that your cancer is so bad that you don't have too much of time. Going to the extent that even medical professionals even tell people how many months they have left to live or how many weeks they have left to live. Now, there's a problem with that. Because the moment you tell the human mind that you have 3 months left to live or you have 2 weeks left to live, number one, no one is God to know how long you're going to live. Okay, yep, you may want to warn the families, you may want to warn people about that because people have things to plan, but that takes away hope from a patient. And yet we know people who are given 3 months left to live or 2 weeks left to live who are still living till date, who have challenged that verdict of a doctor or a medical professional, and they have gone on to live completely healthy lives. Without hope, we cannot live. We can go on talking about superfoods and new treatments and immunology and immunotherapy and alternative treatments around the world and new cancer treatments around the world, but without hope and without belief, we cannot live, we cannot heal. And the point that I'm making today is, do you believe in miracles? Are you even aware of the amount of miracles that you probably experience every hour of the day? These are little miracles like, it could have been you who was hit by the bus. It could have been you who was in that plane that crashed. It could have been you, who got a cancer and quickly passed away in like 2 to 3 weeks after being detected. It could be you that wakes up one morning and finds that your entire business is destroyed. It could be you who's going through a lot of stuff. Some of us call it good luck, but it's mainly miracles. There are miracles that are working for every human being, almost every minute of the day. And if we step back from our chaotic lives, if we slow down, if we hit the pause button for a little bit, and we become mindful and aware, you will see the miracles that I'm talking about. And when we see these miracles, which have no explanation, but they are miracles because it's worked in your favor in some way, we then have hope to fight even the most deadliest disease on this planet. Any doctor could tell you that, your cancer is not curable. Your ER negative means your cancer will constantly come back and come back and come back again. Your doctor's not wrong. That's what they've learned. That's what they've studied. But there is no nutritionist or healer and doctor in the world that is smarter or more intelligent or yet understands the intelligence and brilliance of the human body and the human mind. That itself is a miracle that is protecting us and healing us every single minute of the day. And then we human beings are so arrogant, so egoistic to think that conventional medicine can alone heal us. And we move away from the laws of nature that defines us and actually heals us. And we throw our faith and our belief in chemicals, toxins, instruments that make the pharmaceutical companies billions and billions of dollars every year to just keep you chronically sick. Now, am I saying don't take your treatment and don't do chemo and don't do radiation? No. I'm telling you, believe in hope and miracles of the human body and nature and lifestyle as well. Most of my patients are also going through chemo. I'm not here to tell you give up your chemo and eat superfoods as a replacement. I'm here to tell you to change your mindset. When you're going through that fear of your suffering, when everyone around you is making a picture that your cancer is going to kill you, you start looking for hope. And if your medical professionals or people in your families around you cannot give you hope, disengage from them. Because if you don't have hope, you don't have belief and faith, you are not going to heal. It's funny how we put all our faith in our gods and we go to temples and churches and all of these things. And when we fall sick and we're induced into this fear-induced industry to do more and more damaging things to ourselves, we put all our faith on that part. And we forget about everything else. We forget about the universal power, the gods that we worship and all of these things to heal us. Have a balance of both. Do your conventional treatment as well, but never give up, because there is no human being in this world who has the power to tell you when you will die. And if you listen to the people who tell you, believe me, that will happen. I know people all the time where the doctors give them 3 months to live and they die in exactly 3 months. You tell me, how can you predict the life of a human being? Yeah, of course, let's be realistic. You're lying in the ICU, your vitals are failing. You can predict the patient has 3 hours left, 6 hours left based on data. But on a cell, a cancerous cell that is growing in your system, which even doctors don't understand, which is why they can't guarantee that treatments will work, and which is why we can't guarantee that only nature will work for you. No one has the right to remove away your hope and your belief. And then people are scared of giving false hope. Even if the cancer is spread to every organ of the body, we have no right to tell you that you are going to die, because that's what your subconscious is going to believe and that's what your mind is going to believe. You got to muster up that hope and courage and believe that the little miracles that are happening to you every single day can also happen to you in your darkest hours when you're suffering through disease. And then again, there will be cases where people just die and there are no answers, absolutely no answers. We're not talking about that. We're not making a blanket statement. We're just trying to tell you, search for hope. Understand the miracles. Look for the miracles that are happening in your life every day. That will give you hope. Me sitting here and talking to you is not going to give you hope. My intention is to tell you, be aware of the several miracles that are happening in your life around you. In your children's lives, in your parents' lives, there are miracles. But the human mind has become so perfect at complaining, at blaming, at searching for quick fixes. We have expectation. If I spend money, I should heal. If I spend money on this drug, the drug should heal me. If I spend money on this treatment, it should take away my pain. These are expectations. These are expectations. No one ever gets their expectations. And because we're so attached to our expectations, we have disappointment. We have anger. And then from that stems blame. And we constantly go around blaming the whole world for our problems. Right now, I can tell you one thing. If there is any stress in your life or any problem you have, okay, no amount of blaming anyone is ever going to solve your problem. You are responsible in some way for what is happening to you. And when we accept that, we stop blaming and we save a lot of energy that is used in blaming. That energy can be used for healing. You see, the body has immense amounts of energy in the human body. Right now, if you close your eyes and pause and really look inside yourself, and you muster up that energy, you'll realize how much untapped energy you have. And if you direct and harness that energy into your healing, of course, with everything else that you're doing, if you need chemo, take your chemo, eat your right foods. But I'm saying using this energy, unexplained, immense energy in your human body, if you harness it the right way and direct it into your healing, you will heal, or you'll begin the process of healing. But we're expending energy in blaming and feeling miserable about ourselves, in constantly supporting and fueling ego and pride. You know how much energy that takes? That's why when you have negative thoughts, why do you feel so drained? Because all those negative thoughts are constantly draining you of energy. The very same energy that can go towards your immunity and fuel the intelligence in your body to heal you. But that energy is being expended in the wrong ways. Hope is so important. If you know someone who has cancer, you don't need to give them sympathy. You don't need to give them empathy. You got to give them hope. But we're scared of giving hope because we say, but what if it doesn't work? We're scared of something called false hope. Why? Because that's our insecurity. We're so attached to that expectation that, oh, if I say this person will heal and the person dies, the family's going to think that, oh, I gave him false hope. Still, do what you have to do. That's an expectation that people are attached to. If you're going to tell your kid that no matter what happens in this world, you will be the best. Okay, and you don't attach expectations to your child that only if you study you'll be the best. Only if you play every day and you do this every day you'll be the best. Only if you eat good food every day you'll do the best. We're limiting. We're not giving them hope. So the moment they fail, they start failing and thinking that they failed in their minds. But we got to give something called blind hope. Blind hope is not false hope. False hope is when you're trying to make money out of something. Like, hey, listen, spend X amount of money on this pill and it will keep you healthy because there's a financial gain. Now that's false hope. The intention is wrong. It's never going to work for you or the patient. Everything works positively when it's fueled with the right intention. So if I'm going to give hope to a client, which every doctor has told that there's nothing else we can do, go home, eat what you want, drink what you want, literally giving them the death sentence. You're in the wrong relationship with your medical professional. You got to keep trying. We got to believe in miracles. We can't end. The moment the patient sees that the doctor's given up, the patient gives up in their mind and the patient dies. And that's why I need everyone else around to constantly give hope. You are only giving false hope if there is something that you want to gain from it. But giving hope to someone who's even failing can make them feel even a percentage better. Feeling even a percentage better in the human body can help all those trillion cells vibrate with that goodness and positivity and hope. And that itself can change everything. But you can't sell hope. And that's why no one will talk about it. You can't sell oxygen. That's why no one will tell you the importance of oxygen when it comes to the healing of your cancer or every disease. And the world is just getting more and more complicated, creating more fear and insecurity in everyone because everyone is designed to be chronically ill. There is no money in being healthy. There is no money in being dead. All the money is in being chronically ill. And look around you. You will see that everyone is chronically ill, on medication for a lifetime, cycle after cycle, radiotherapy, and then hormone therapy, and all of these things, like sold like a package. Take it if you need it. But if you're not taking accountability for your own cancer or your own disease, you're not taking responsibility, and you're just putting your blind faith into chemicals and into things which are man-made, and it's moving you away from nature and the natural laws of healing, you're in big trouble. Take that part of the treatment, but also align yourself closely to nature. And that's why hope is a magic drug. Even if your child is failing, but they see and they feel that you're giving them hope, you can change their lives. You can change the way they feel. And the same thing comes with anyone who's sick. Because the moment we say, oh, you're on it for a lifetime, the patient loses hope to ever try to heal naturally because they believe that a guy in the white coat told them this is for life. So you have a drug being sold for life, you have revenue being sold for life, and you have a patient who's given up without ever relying on the intelligence and brilliance of their own body to heal them, because there's no money to be made if we start healing by ourselves. And that's why there'll never be research. There will never be money invested in things like oxygen, things like hope, things like meditation, things like yoga, things like pranayama, because there's no money to be made. And they are the most healing things. They are the most healing things when it comes to your cancer. So we got to start breaking away from the mindset of this materialistic trap that we're living in, only thinking that our contacts and our money can buy us health. It cannot buy you health. It can probably buy you comfort in a fancy hospital. It can buy you the best doctors, the best nutritionists, but it will not take away your disease. For that, we need a lifestyle. We need to change the way we eat, sleep, think, move. We got to change our nature. We got to expand. We got to stop the drainage of energy in trying to maintain a facade of the ego, to maintain ourselves in society, being someone we're not, which I can't tell you how draining it is. Being yourself at a social event because you need to be accepted or liked or loved or look good enough to be in a selfie, that requires energy, which can be used by your body to heal you. Don't get lost amongst the various masks that we wear every single day. We all wear masks, that's fine. Just don't get lost in that. And that is draining to the human body. And where you can give hope, you give hope. Because none of us, I repeat, are gods to decide when a patient must die. Or a piece of paper, even the most crappiest PET scan that I see with cancer spread all over the human body is not a death sentence for a patient. Even though theoretically, it is telling us that this patient can't live with so many cancers, it is eventually going to kill him. That's for us to know. But it is for us to offer hope to that patient that you have disease in your body, it's spread. We don't give up because there are still so many things that we can do. We can still continue to eat better. We can start looking at the emotions that are bringing stress into our life and causing disease. We can start looking at everything around us that has brought on the disease instead of blaming, expecting, and putting our money in the wrong places. That is what hope is. And on World Cancer Day, we can be talking about everything in terms of screening and healing and chemo and radiation and foods and meditation and all of these things. But without hope, there is nothing. Put yourself into that position. You may not have cancer right now. If you don't have hope for a better life, forget about a better life, for a better tomorrow, your life is dead. You're literally living a life which is dead. You have nothing in you if you have no hope for a better tomorrow. You have nothing, like people in love who go through breakups, they go through depression and anxiety. But if they lose hope, it's okay. That happens all the time. There are divorces, there are people falling out of love, people get hurt. That's fine. Go through it. Go through the process of sadness, of all of those feelings. It's good to go through that process. But if you lose hope, you lose everything. Just don't lose hope. And the way we can give back to people who are sick and people who are suffering is just giving them hope. Everyone doesn't have to be fixed with suggestions and, contacts to do this and do that. Sometimes all they need is to realize that there is still hope for them to heal, hope for them to get better, hope for them to love again, hope for them to overcome the most deadliest disease. And that, my friends, is the most powerful drug on this planet. You take away hope and you take away life. It's as simple as that. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. People who have cancer offer hope. Don't offer sympathy. Don't offer empathy. Don't keep telling them what you did. You ate a pumpkin seed and you drank aloe vera juice and all of that stuff. That's helpful. Give them hope. Inspire them. Make their intentions change to heal, not to fear more. And that's when everyone has the ability to change someone's life. Everyone has the ability to heal someone's life by giving that one drug called hope. Have a great Sunday, everyone.